Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, we're gonna visit Jack with the GeForce GTX 1066GB. We're actually gonna play GTA 5 with it, for those of you not familiar with Jack, by the way. How do you live without knowing Jack? Anyways, this one is an MSI Gaming X version of the GTX 1060. We're running it with the latest Nvidia drivers 471.11 at the time of recording this video. I overclocked it a little bit, as you can see here, plus 100 MHz on the core clock, plus 250 on the memory clock. This is a very easy to achieve overclock with any GTX 1060, I believe, so feel free to use these settings. I didn't even touch the power limit, and we're running it with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32GB of RAM to avoid any CPU or RAM bottlenecks in this game. If you want to achieve the same FPS as in this video, you don't need a Ryzen 9 5900X or 32GB of RAM, 16GB of RAM, and a Ryzen 3 3300X, for example, will do the job just fine. Okay, let's quickly go through the settings. First, I'm playing at 1080p resolution. We're also going to test this one at 1440p as well as 4K, starting off at 1080, of course. These are the settings. I might use some MSA anti-aliasing at 1440p and 1080p later, but this is it. These are like very high settings. The grass quality set to high instead of very high or ultra because it's a very intensive setting. Post effects set to normal, and the advanced graphics are all turned off. These are like extremely intensive and you should avoid them because it looks pretty much the same with them enabled or disabled. So let's start counting our FPS. These are amazing frames per second that we're getting right here. If you have a non-overclocked GTX 1060, you don't want to overclock yours, expect like 5 less FPS or so. It doesn't really make a huge difference here. But okay, let's grab this car. I like this one very much. Thank you, buddy. I'm now running over you, so you don't regret buying this car and getting it stolen from you. Anyway, let's keep on moving here. So, oh boy. Okay, Jesus Christ. I was looking at the frames, doesn't count, okay? Anyways, I was saying these are insanely high FPS for GTA 5. It's actually a high refresh rate experience. You will need somewhat of a beefy CPU, as I told you at the beginning of the video, to run at these FPS. Otherwise, you're not gonna max out the GTX 1060 here. But you know what? Even if you have something slower like the Ryzen 3 3100, for example, you should still be getting around like 110, 115 FPS on average, which is still gonna be amazing, obviously. So let's try not to hit anybody this time around, okay? I really want to do this. Oh, god damn it. That wasn't me. It was because of that little pillar right there. Oh. We'll get him next time. Or not get him next time, actually. Let's keep on moving. I'm impressed that it's not stuttering, actually, because whenever the FPS are too high in GTA 5, it tends to stutter. Oh, god. Oh, I'm gonna wreck this car. Yep. And that person as well. I am so sorry. Oh, he's still alive. Or she's still alive. Nice. Now, the grass quality comes into play right here. It's like the most intensive setting in this game, aside from those other settings, advanced settings, you know. Hello, Jacqueline. Have you seen Jack? We need to see Jack, okay? She's here, so he must be at his home, which is right there, I think. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. Anyway, if you use like ultra grass quality instead of high, you're gonna see massive FPS drops in these areas right here. It still dropped into like the 90s or 100s at high, so at ultra settings, I'd expect it to drop into the 60s. And there's not much of a visual fidelity increase by running it on ultra, so I really think that these are the settings that you should play GTA 5 at with the GTX 1060. Oh god, oh god, oh god! Damn it, man. No, I'm just completely wrecking everything here. Jack, oh, there he is. How's it going, my boy? Everything all right with you? It's been a while, right? Maybe like a week or so. So, he answered us and everything. Thank you so much, Jack. I love you too. We're gonna use now some MSA anti-aliasing at 4 times. I think that's reasonable at 1080p. Oh my goodness, look at that. We're now below 60. That's really intensive here. You know what? Forget what I said about grass quality. Anti-aliasing is probably the most demanding setting here in this game. But, well, that's kind of to be expected because it is very demanding in most games. Now, if you get out of... Did you really need to do that, buddy? I was just driving. At 2 times MSAA, you won't really see drops from 60 frames per second, but at 4 times, if you want everything to look very sharp and crispy, like, you know, crispy, well, it's gonna drop from 60. It becomes intensive whenever you use that setting, and if you use ultra grass quality on top of it, it's gonna be even worse, so definitely avoid that. But anyway, if you're just driving around the city here, you can still have up to like 100 FPS, I guess, in some areas. It's still very playable, obviously. It only drops into the high 40s in very intensive areas. If you're wondering, explosions are not really that intensive. It might drop your frames to close to what we got in that grassy area. So yeah, basically the GTX 1060 is a little bit of a beast to play GTA 5. You know, the game is very well optimized. The GPU came out 1 year after the game released on PC, and even something like a GTX 480 can play this game absolutely fine at 1080p high, so 1060 has no problems there. Alright, so we're at 2560 by 1440 now, using no MSAA anti-aliasing. Everything else is still the same, and advanced graphics are all turned off, of course. And here we go. Look at that, 100 FPS here. That's insane, guys. 1060 is amazing for GTA 5. We're just gonna crash here. What? Why did you run away? Like, oh my goodness. I don't understand people here in GTA 5. You crash against somebody, they're supposed to get out of the car and address the issue that is the accident and stuff, and no, they just continue with their lives with a broken car or whatever. Okay, anyway, as you can see, even at 1440p you can play this game with a 1060 absolutely fine. It will probably drop near Jack, but we'll see, of course. But over here, it's just amazing, you know? And to achieve these FPS, around like 100 on average, you don't need that like i5-9400F or 10400F or, oh god, Ryzen 3 3300X. Something like a Ryzen 5 1600 overclocked will probably get around these FPS on average, because I remember that's what I got when I played this game. Maybe a little bit slower than that. Oh god damn it. Holy crap. Okay, that's interesting. As long as we don't hit any people here, it's fine, okay? So let's try that out now. All right, here we go. Oh god. First, oh my gosh, seriously? All right, one is fine. It was on my mistake. You know, oh boy, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Whoop. How does that count? We're gonna do it at 4K. Okay, just believe. We gotta believe sometimes. Okay, it's all good. It's perfect. Like, oh my gosh, look at the car now. It's so sad. I don't remember last time that I've seen a car this screwed up in one of my videos. Okay, well, thank you, 1060. Hello, Jacqueline. I think it's Jacqueline, right? She was saying hi as well. Oh my gosh, where is Jack? What do you do with him? Maybe he's just chilling somewhere else. I don't know, but let's see the FPS inside of bushes. 1440p seems to be no problem for the 1060, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna stop it there and try out some anti-aliasing once again. So we're gonna use 2 times at 1440p. I really don't feel the need to use 4 times. 2 times looks plenty sharp, even on my 32-inch monitor. So yeah, this is great now. And we're getting 60s around here. It's not even a demanding area. So, this is a nice car. No. Get over here, boy. Can we do this, guys? Nope, we can't really do this. But we're kind of stuck with this car. Yeah, that one. I want that one. Yes. All right, let's see Jack again. Anti-aliasing really does make a difference here in the FPS you get. We're now below 50 frames per second, and we're in the 40s. And we were getting way higher frames, like 60 plus before. But okay, hello Jack. How's it going, buddy? It's all good. I'm glad to hear that. It's kind of a similar experience to 1080p, 4 times MSAA anti-aliasing, and the lower the FPS we get, the lower the CPU requirements are to achieve these frames. So again, at these FPS, 60 on average, even something like an i7 2600K or something like that from 10 years ago almost will do a fine job getting 60 FPS on average. So yeah, the CPU bottleneck becomes less of a problem if you're running higher settings and higher resolutions as well. But yeah, if you're just aiming for a 60 FPS experience, this is very good. Like, if you have a 60 Hz 1440p monitor, you want all of that sharpness coming from the AA as well. Yeah, this is perfect, I think. It's 100% playable. I actually played this game a long time ago with the GTX 760 and the FX 6350 CPU. Very slow CPU by today's standards. And the CPU was actually bottlenecking the 760. And sometimes it got like 38 FPS, 40, 45. I was still fine with that experience, especially in single-player GTA. Guys, here we go, 3840 by 2160 using these settings. No MSA anti-aliasing, of course, but everything else is still the same, like very high settings. Okay, this is not bad. A slight stutter there, but it's fine. If we manage to get 30 plus at all times at 4K, I think that's a win for the 1060, guys. Just lock it at 30, play with a controller, and it's gonna be like a console experience, you know? Alright, here we go. Everything looks super sharp as well. You don't really need AA unless you're playing on like a 55-inch TV. In that case, it won't look as sharp, obviously, because the pixel density is way lower. It's actually close to a 27-inch 1080p monitor at 4K, 55 inches. This is it, my friends. The last challenge. Can I do this without hitting anybody? Get out, people. Get out of the way. I'm doing this very carefully. Oh boy. Okay, it's all good. Okay. Honking doesn't seem to do anything. Like, look at this guy. It's all good. It's all good. Get out, please. You see a car right in front of you. You don't move. Why? Why do you get your phone out and take a picture? Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, let's accelerate, guys. It's gonna work, right? It's gonna... People don't move! We'll get him next time. Is it playable? Actually playable at 4K? It is if it doesn't drop from 30, and it seems like it doesn't. If you want more frames... Oh god, I'm so sorry, Rick. I think I killed one of the... Oh, that's Jacqueline again. Why are you always here, Jacqueline? I could still play like this, and a lot of people could still play GTA 5 at 30 frames per second, and it's getting 42 on average, so that's pretty good. 29, that's a really bad experience, right? I'm just kidding, guys, okay? It's a good experience still, even if it drops slightly into the 20s at times. I think it's absolutely playable. It's great that you can have these FPS at 4K with a 1060. Of course, if you play on like high settings instead of very high, you'll get even higher FPS. So that's been it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if the video was helpful to you, and if you'd like to watch more videos like this, of course. And I'll catch you in the next one very soon. As always, I love you all. Bye-bye.